ultimately, what happened in terms of momentum? Was it just not converting and getting a TD on that first drive? Fumble, what do you think kind of shifted the momentum there?
I mean, yeah, I think, the first drive we did a great job driving down the field. Of course, we want to get 7 right there. But like I said, first drive did a great job. Second drive as well. And, of course, the fumble happened at the 3. And, I think that kind of was a turning point, but it wasn't at the same time. We're looking at it on the sidelines where we are moving the ball up and down the field, but it just comes back to self-inflicted wounds. And, it's become a weekly thing. We talk about it all the time, but it just has to come to a point where we're, actually getting rid of those when it comes game time. So, I think that was kind of the turning point. And, it's my job to keep the guys up on the sideline and, fight through adversity and just keep going.
Aaron talked about that he felt that was a deflating play for you guys overall. I mean, did you sense that? And how do you avoid feeling like that?
I think the only reason it was as deflating as it was is because the exact same thing happened last week. So it's just like a damn moment almost. But like I said, it's my job to keep the guys up, keep the guys going, and you really just got to look at adversity and shoot. You got to just face it and really want it because there's been many times, many practices, many training camp days where the offense we faced adversity, and even on one of those drives we had 3 or 4 flags and it was 2nd and 20, and I just told the guys in the huddle yo, we've been here before, we can get through this. It's nothing new. So. Adversity does nothing but make the end story better, and this is just a part of our journey, and that just not only goes for this game, that goes for life, that goes for the whole season. So just attacking adversity, and at the end of the day, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah.
What's the feeling around the team? No team has ever gone 0-5 and made the playoffs. What's the feeling right now around the team?
There's a first time for everything, brother. But like I said. The team is good. Like I said, we have a locker room full of warriors, a locker room full of men that want to get better. But like I said, I mean, we're not looking at no team has ever made the playoffs after 0-5 start. We that's the goal at the end of the day. So like I said, we're not basing our life off of statistics, so to say. So.
How would you assess your play, and what were they doing with Garrett to take him away?
I don't think they took Garrett that much away, to be honest with you. I think I got it. Yeah, the shot that I took to him on the right side, I got to connect with that. He routed him up so crazy. I got to connect with that. But I think overall Garrett had a solid day. I don't think they were necessarily just doing too much to take him away. They were soft in their zones, forcing us to take completions underneath, which we're fine with. But I thought Garrett had a solid day overall.
And how about you? How would you assess your play today?
Not perfect. Things to get better at, but that's everybody. Like I said, you got to connect on that shot to Garrett down the field, and we want 7 in the red zone. But like I said, there's always room to improve for me and my play, and I'm always going to say that. No matter if I go, you're good. If I go, 4 or 5 TDs, there's always going to be room to improve.
We've seen you scramble for big gains, and last week, of course. It wasn't there as much today. Was it something they were doing, or were there more opportunities that maybe you would have liked to take advantage of?
I mean, yeah, I'm just playing the play at the end of the day. I'm not necessarily looking to scramble, dropping back. But I thought their D-line did a good job creating pressure. And like I said, I just got to get the ball out faster when that happens. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily just, looking off the run. I'm just kind of playing the play each and every play.
What do you say to a guy like Breece? He rushed for over 100 yards, but had that fumble. You said your job is to keep the guys up. What do you say to him?
Yeah, I mean, he was beating himself up, all the way at halftime. But I just told him, it's over with. That's in the past. Like you said, he had a great day on the ground today, and he can't do anything about it. It's over with. The only thing he can do is continue to move forward, continue toting the ball like he did today, which he did a great job. Of course, he would want that play back. We all do, but. He's a great teammate, great person, and a great worker. And like I said, I don't see that happening the rest of the season just because of this moment right here in time. But like I said, he's just going to get back to work like we all are, and we're going to just continue to get better.
Breece, it's 10-3 late in the first half. Yeah. It almost seems impossible you'd be down 23-3 at the half. What happened in those last 2 minutes?
Yeah, just a costly fumble for me, which is unacceptable. I said it last week, Can't shoot ourselves in the foot, so you know, got a stinger on that play and everything, and just continue to play. But you know, as one of the best players on offense, you can't put us in that situation. So unacceptable. Learn from it, but you know, it is what it is. But you gotta learn from it.
Did you feel like that's just one of the things that happened in that 2 minutes? Did you feel like that spiraled into the other ones? Because your fumble doesn't explain the 2 long touchdown drives.
Yeah, you know, I put it on myself. I told my coach, you know, that turned it into a 14-point swing real fast. So, you know, it's put it on me at the end of the day. I ain't playing the blame game. I don't got time to play the blame game. So, you know, if I can't protect the ball, I don't need to be on the field, whatever the case may be. But it is what it is. It ain't no time to make excuses. It's my fault.
Did you get banged up on that play? I mean, it seemed you were doubled over afterwards, but you came back in the game. What happened?
Yeah, just got a stinger. I never been had nothing like that. Had nothing feel like that in my arm before. So, but it was a great play by the defender. It's always a guy you don't see. I'm stiff arming somebody, and a guy from the backside of the play just had great hustle and came and punched the ball out. So, you know, happens to most running backs. So it's something that can't happen. It's my fault.
But you feel okay now?
Yeah.
You went back in the game?
Yeah.
From a big picture standpoint, you guys marched right down the field on the first drive of the game. What were you doing then that you weren't able to sustain over the rest of the game?
It was the same thing. Just got started getting costly penalties, getting the first and 15, second and 20s. You know, not letting Justin progress and throw the ball. So I think, like I said, it's on the whole offense. You know, we got to be better at protecting him, and I got to be more efficient in the run game, with keeping us in second and manageables and third and short, so we could, you know, have the whole playbook available to us and not be down 17 to 23 at halftime, whatever the case may be. You
had, I want to say, 4 in the first half, 4 10-plus yard runs, and then more in the second half. You were ripping them off. Did you feel like you got enough touches there?
I'm with whatever, you know, Tanner's, you know, calling the plays for. He's put us in a great spot. He puts me in great spots all the time, and you know, he's continuing to build a relationship with me and trust me. So for me, it hurts to, you know, cost the team points with putting the ball on the ground. So you know, like I said, just got to learn from it. Can't happen again. I'm confident that it won't happen again.
And then obviously the big picture, 0-5. That's got to hit like a sledgehammer for a team that didn't expect to be in that spot.
Yeah. Like I said, it's all been self-inflicted wounds. You know, we have four losses that we beat ourselves, and teams didn't beat us. So, you know, hats off to those teams. But, you know, you can't, like I said, you can't shoot yourself in the foot. You got to come out and, you know, execute, play with precision, and, you know, just, I guess, protect the football, keep yourselves from having crazy penalties, and kind of have that not me mentality. So it's not going to be my man, or not going to be me that, you know, messes up or has an MA or whatever the case may be. And nobody's perfect, but and we have that standard here. We just got to keep sustaining it and keep pushing it every week.
How are you feeling about going to London next week? I was thinking, I know obviously it's over 5, but do you think like a change of scenery might even help boost the team?
I wouldn't say that. I just think we just got to win one and we'll be fine. You know, it's going to be cool to get to London and all that and everything, but, you know, I'm worried about winning football games. I'm not worried about having fun right now. I'm in my 4th year, and I don't have a lot of time left to prove, you know, what I want to do and who I can be in this league. So at the end of the day, you know, everything is all cool and all the outside stuff is cool, but I'm worried about winning games and, you know, cementing myself, my teammates, and my coaches to, you know, be better, do better, and I'm servicing my coaches and teammates in every way I can.